The Burnet County Sheriff admits his department made mistakes after an inmate escape over the weekend. 40-year-old Merle Lamb is accused of injuring himself on purpose so he could escape during a trip to the hospital. But as KXA and Sophia Beausoleil reports, the sheriff says staffing in the jail is also to blame.
The sheriff for Burnet County says there should have been 2 correctional officers transporting Merle Lamb, but there was only one, which partially explains what went wrong.
It always gives you a sickening feeling in the pit of your stomach.
That's how Burnet County Sheriff W.T. Smith felt when he learned Merle Lamb, an inmate at the county jail, escaped.
Individuals just make mistakes, and sometimes they're really bad mistakes. In this case, it's a really bad mistake.
The sheriff says Lamb stuck a pencil in his wrist. He says they usually take inmates to Seton Highland Lakes, which is less than 5 miles away, but medical personnel told them that they couldn't treat him there. So they had to take him to Cedar Park Regional Medical Center, which is about 30 miles away.
Well, I don't want to put too much on the officer, because really there should have been 2 officers involved in the transport of the individual here.
The sheriff says Lamb was treated, then got in the back of the van, then jumped out and attacked the officer, then took his gun and ran off.
The thing that made this a unique situation was the fact that the guy had the injury and he couldn't be handcuffed.
He says the inmate had leg shackles on, but he was still able to get away. The sheriff says staffing issues contributed to everything that happened on Saturday.
I'm frustrated to a certain extent, but the reality of it is that we're a small county, and there are always going to be issues in small counties of funding.
And he says he tries to do the best with what they have. Reporting from Burnet, Sophia Beausoleil, KXAN News.
The sheriff says that corrections officer had some minor injuries and is shaken up, but he is still an employee with the jail. Burnet County has recently changed the management of its jails. The county is now running the jail after breaking its ties with LaSalle Corrections earlier this year. The Burnet County Jail is also operating at only about 25% capacity. According to the Texas Commission on Jail Standards, it has 153 inmates, even though it has room for nearly 600. It also has 36 jailers, even though the jail is authorized to have up to 129 jailer positions. According to Texas law, 1 jailer is required for every 48 inmates. An extra jailer is required on each floor of a facility where 10 or more inmates are housed. Given those recommendations, the Burnet County Jail actually has significantly more jailers than the state requires.